Hello everyone. It's been a long time, right? I hope you're doing well. And today I'm coming live with Christy. So she is a strategist, and I'm so excited to get to know her and about her job and profession and people she works with. So for anyone that know that I sometimes I do these lives, and we actually doing more lives on Mondays but through stream. So basically, what means stream? I'm going to be talking a little bit while I'm waiting for Chrissy. Restream is a platform where myself and Women Flix, we run our podcast live on Mondays. So if you want to join us, feel free to jump on my LinkedIn or our YouTube channel, or either on Facebook. So on Facebook and LinkedIn, just look for Yola Bastos, and on YouTube, Women Flix. So let's see if Chrissy is coming. I'm waiting for her, so hopefully she will be. I'm sorry, I had a call. And hello Suad, salam alaikum, sister. I can see you here. Big kiss to you, family and mommy, everyone. Let me just, I'm sorry, I just got a call, and while we're waiting for Chrissy, she's almost here. So let's see. Let me answer this person. So this is my life. Tech people, tech women, we always we're always busy. So someone is calling me and I need to answer. In the meantime, I can't see Chrissy. Okay, where is Chrissy? She's not here, my gosh. I can't believe it. But life is real, and these things sometimes happens. Technology takes over and make us to be delayed. So we will wait a little bit more for Chrissy. And let me put my laptop is just almost dying. So let's see if she joins us. Okay, in the meantime, I'm still replying to the other person. I'm so sorry. It's a shame if we don't see Chrissy here today. But is anyone here happy to have a live with me right now? If you want to have a talk, let's do it while we're waiting. Why not? We are here, so this is the time. Okay. So I answered, but Chrissy is not there. Let me see if I connect on my other account and try to find out what's going on with her. I think she is. She's talking to me somewhere, and someone on Instagram, and I'm trying to reply on my other phone. This is technology is amazing, right? I just love the fact that I can be live waiting for my guest At the same time, I can be talking to her. I don't know what happens, but is there any way I'm gonna remove the sound because she sent me a voice, so I don't want to be sharing because I don't know exactly. There we go. I think Chrissy is coming in. That's right. Welcome, welcome. Let's welcome Chrissy. She's now here. Was talking. Awesome. Hello, hello. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
I can't see you.
You can't see me?
No.
I can see you.
Oh. Might be a new thing from Instagram because I can't see my guest.
Can anyone see me in the comments? Can you type below if you can see me?
Anyone, please help us.
Otherwise, I can go out and come back in.
Yeah, I think would be the best. Try to
go out and come back in.
Yeah, please. Sorry.
No problem. No problem.
Okie dokie. Okay. Okay, while we're waiting for, okay, view request, go live. Okay. Ah, I can see you now. Yes.
Give me 1 second. There we go.
You see, Chrissy, we are both tech women, but sometimes the technology just takes over.
Yeah, it definitely does. Definitely.
Hi, welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I know you sent me some message, but I was already live and I tried to connect on my other phone and I was like, uh-oh, I don't know. But
that's okay. That's okay. No problem.
I'm glad.
I just wanted to see what time we were getting started because I was waiting. It wasn't saying you were live for some reason.
No? Oh.
I think Instagram's been really buggy since Facebook bought them. So
yeah. Before you came in, I was just talking about the fact that I'm doing more lives on Restream, which allows me to go live in different platforms at the same time, and I'm not taking too much attention onto Instagram actually. So I was inviting everyone, and I would love to bring you on live on that path, on that level, because right now we are only on Instagram, and it could be in different platforms, getting to know you and bringing awareness of your services and etc. But I will try my best to, then we can maybe download this conversation and upload on other platforms. But I think the stream platforms are really helpful, but Instagram again don't allow us to make Instagram join these platforms, which is a shame. But maybe in the future, we never know.
Yeah, hopefully, because you can do Facebook on there, right?
Yeah,
it's probably coming soon. I would assume.
We can use Facebook pages, profiles, or groups when you stream. So you can go stream live in different platforms. But right now, we've been doing podcast on straight on Mondays, which goes live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn straight away, which is powerful. And it's been really good.
And it's called V-Stream?
Sorry?
You said it's called V-Stream?
Restream.
Okay.
I can send you the link when we finish actually, I can add the link onto my bio. I think it's good for anyone that is interested. Just click on that link, start your profile. It's really easy. And you're going to have a lot of different backgrounds and musics and stuff. And you can write your own message. So that is powerful. I just found powerful because even if you, especially if you are a podcast host like me, it gives you more, like you are able to share more abroad than just to a specific place.
Right.
Because Sorry about my dog.
Okay. Okay, you may hear mine at some point today, so you're fine.
Oh, good. Because, like I was trying to say, give us the opportunity to go more abroad, like in different ways and with different people. But at the same time, after that, he goes into the podcast platforms. So it's powerful. I've seen that it's really powerful, and he helps our brand to grow as well in terms of lives. But that's why we are here today, and we actually having this conversation like this because we are both tech women, strategy experts, and so on. So tell everyone, what do you do, Chrissy? I don't want to be.
So I run a creative agency. So I'm a brand strategist and web designer. We do marketing, we do brand strategy, and also web design, of course. And then I also act as a consultant for a handful of companies as well.
Right.
But that's the gist of what I do. I also have a women's group as well. Pretty busy these days. I have a women's entrepreneur group called Boss Bish. That's another company that I run as well.
Oh, and where are you talking from?
Where am I located? Warren,
Yes.
Warren, Michigan.
Ah, okay, America.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's right outside of Detroit, if you know about Detroit.
Yeah.
Everybody usually knows Detroit. No one knows Warren. Warren's small.
Yeah, yeah, Detroit. Yeah, yes. And your who is your niche? Who is the people you work most?
So we're actually refining that a bit at this very moment. So currently, I define different entrepreneurs in different stages. So I define them as build, grow, and thrive. So your builders are just kind of getting started. They're getting their hands wet, trying to figure out, basically, does this thing work and how can I make this thing work? Right. Your thrivers have made it work, but they are still trying to streamline their systems. They just need extra process, extra manuals, different documentation, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then you have your thrivers who are trying to basically upgrade their services, premium service, all that fun stuff. So I used to work with those in the build. Still have a few in my group, but I'm recently transitioning into those growers, because the growers is really where I shine. Taking a system and really automating it, streamlining it, figuring out how we can delegate it, relieve some pressure off of the entrepreneur, the owner's back, is really where we shine. And then even in the web design space, we try to create systems within web design, not just build like static, beautiful websites, but more websites that will automate your booking, websites that will make it easy for you to automate your fulfillment, right? All these different things we try to build for the growers.
That's really good. It's very important. You mentioned three areas, no, three levels, which is very important to recognize this, because we are on the same space.
Yeah.
I totally understand what you mean, because, and I love the fact that you just mentioned you find your tribe, which is the growers.
Yes.
Because the dealers is the name you mentioned.
The builders.
Yeah. Are there that wants to have a social media, wants to start to grow, appear, and the growers are just between the success, like to the next step.
Exactly.
Right? And I really like that you now realize that, because it's very important for people to understand. Sometimes we have clients, so I'm sure you do as well, like you mentioned, builders, and they come with a lot of fire, but it's so many things it's so many things that we need to create before, in order to appear on social media. Is that right?
Yes.
And sometimes they come and they think like it's just start to creating a layout and posting and that's it. But we need to know. Can you explain what exactly do we need to know before this happens?
Yeah, absolutely. So in my mind, I like to explain them as like builders like to play business. That's no shame on anyone. We all had to go through the stages. You can't hop over, and we like to play business, right? As builders, we are, let's say that we're spending a lot of time on social media, but like pointlessly, aimlessly, no strategy, no anything. Or they are maybe just trying everything. They're stuck in like that creation mode, right? They keep pivoting, and they think that it's normal to just keep pivoting.
Oops.
It's very hard. builders are kind of,
Nest.
some of them won't make it. Let's just be real. Some of them will not make it. They will not make it to grow. They will realize that business is not for them. Business is very much so, and this is one of the things that I've learned myself. Business is very much so tied to who you are, and the work around making your business successful is really the same work of like personal development, right? If you can't assert yourself in a conversation, how are you going to ask for the price when you're meeting with a potential client? So builders have a lot of work, and some of them just won't make it. And I've found that my investment, right, I tend to care more than they do. And that is not something I'm comfortable with. So that's why we've recently just pivoted to really start building products and services for the growers and even thrivers, but growers is really where I want to focus.
Right. That's good. So, and my question was more like, what exactly? But I like your answer, but maybe I didn't ask the right way, but I was trying to bring up what exactly a person needs to do as a brand, as a company, as someone that is interested in pay us to do their social media. So they need to know, you said one thing, they need to know who they are, but they need to know who they want to touch. They need to know demographics. They need to know specific, if he's woman, if he's male, if he's in what industry, why. And sometimes people don't want to do this. They just
it
want
feels like
to
busy
jump.
work to them.
Yeah, they just want to jump into the post. Oh, I just want some posts. I just want little per week. I just want, but it's not. How are we going to be able to post something for you without knowing your story, your reason, your why?
Right. So for me, what you're talking about is like brand development. So any business getting started, before you touch anything, should have a clear idea. However, I have a caveat there. How do you know until you get started and get some feedback? So there's a little bit of a press and pull back and see how things work, because I can honestly say in my own journey, I started my business, well, I won't say the start, but when I transitioned into more digital, I was selling like $50. I had no idea who my audience was. It wasn't until I bumped my head a few times where I realized, oh yeah, things gotta change. So I personally feel like there's a two-sided or two-pronged approach. You have to get out there and do something, right? Do something, because what this brand development work can look like is busy work, right? Who are your customers? Build some client profiles, go deeper than the demographics, because demographics don't really tell you much. There are a million, cajillion Black women out here, right? If I was trying to target just Black women, they all think differently. We are not a monolith as people, especially when it comes to our demographics. So for me, it's more important to understand their lifestyle. What are they doing? What are they reading? Where are they looking for your services? Maybe you're showing up on Instagram, but they're reading like Reddit blogs. So don't waste your time in doing all the different things, as we can think as business owners, especially in the beginning, we got to show up everywhere. Me personally, know who your person is on a very personal level. What are they doing right now? What's keeping them up at night? When they go to toss and turn at 1 o'clock in the morning and they can't sleep, what are they thinking about? What are they typing on Google? If you understand them to that level, then everything else is easy. It's easy peasy, right? I have clients right now who tell me all the time, like, why are you in my head? It's because I know who you are. I know who you are very well. And so if you get to that place, which takes time, have that initial. Everybody right now, like if you're in this space and you don't know, I have a video on my Instagram. It's called Building Your Client Profiles. Watch that. Build a client profile or customer persona. There's a million different names. Build one, post it up behind your desk. Start doing a strategy around that and be open to retweaking it. A lot of times when people do this brand development work, it's kind of like a stamp and then they're done. Like, oh, I did it. But it's gonna change, just like I just told you.
There we go. That's why I was bringing that brand development on, because it is important to do, but it has to be a timeline for that, because we need to rediscuss this situation. This brand development comes to a point, let's say 6 months after, you need to see if it's working. Otherwise, if you stuck just with that, because you will grow during that process, during the 6 months, you will find other things that you might be interested. You will be maybe willing to change certain things, the way you talk or the way you, because it's a lot of things. And it's really important that you start your business, in my opinion, and you do this brand development at the beginning, but then you need to revise,
Yes.
because it's not something that we do and we don't revise and we keep working on the same way, same time, posting at the same platforms, because there we go. It's a lot of the brand development includes development, continuous development.
Absolutely.
It doesn't just stuck somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm. You'll save a lot of time by just getting a little bit
Yeah,
of clarity. That's a little
it
bit.
is. It is. And how long you been doing yours, like providing your services?
So I've been in business since 2014. A couple few pivots there. When I first started, I was doing like hand murals. Weird, I know. Just for like a year. And then I had a corporate job where they gave me a laptop and told me I can get whatever I want on it. And I asked for Photoshop and Illustrator, and I taught myself how to do everything that I do. And it's funny because I literally teach people how to do it today. And I'm self-taught, so it's weird. But it's been ever since then, right? I've been in the digital space since then. I've done everything from like big giant event tents, those big roller retractable banners, invitations, you name it. I did it all. Right now, though, my
Wow.
company is definitely more focused, but to get to where I was, there was quite a few pivots.
That's yeah.
Mhm.
There we go. The brand development comes in again,
Exactly.
because you need to pivot and you need to find your way, the best things you like, and you will focus on that. This is amazing. It's brilliant. So you've been in this world, the digital marketing, for a long time, 14.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So the progress for you did scare you, because these last 2 years we became massive. It's a lot of people doing the same like we do. How do you feel about it?
As far as like people transitioning in a digital space,
Yeah.
it didn't really scare me. For me, honestly, people talk about like the pandemic and how everything kind of unwinded. There was really no change for me. I was already doing this, sitting in the same exact seat with these I was doing the same thing. If I do see a change, or if I would call out a change, it would be the fact that it would be a good thing for me, at least. I think what the pandemic showed is that your secured 9 to 5 isn't really that secured at all. And so it
Mm,
prompted the right thinking about starting that business. People stopped playing and twiddling, which helped me in like the whole sales process and like converting that. So for me, it didn't really scare me. I really had no impact. If anything, I saw an increase because of I'm sure you did, the fluctuation of like everybody's trying to get that thing off the ground that they've been meaning to get off of the ground.
yes.
But fear, no, not so much. And even when it comes to like, there's a lot of people in our industry, right? I don't really
Yes.
fear about that. I literally met with someone last night, and they're trying to hire me as a consultant on their team. And I was giving him all the secret sauce because I know he's not me. There's no person out there like me. And so I will give you, he's asking me all these questions. I'm like, yeah, I have no problem sharing this. He's asking me my prices. How do I come up with all that stuff? I have no problem sharing because you're not me.
Right.
So I
That's
don't
so
really
good.
get fear. I do believe in competitors. I'm not one of those like people who say I don't have any competitors, but
No, that's not
I don't
possible.
get scared or feared
Yeah,
by.
that's
I
really
know where
good.
I shine. To your point earlier, like if you know who you are, you don't have anything to be worried about.
That's so true. That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
And now let's talk about your group. You mentioned something about women's group.
Mm-hmm.
How is that? What is exactly do you do with them?
Yeah, so I have to tell you how that started. So the Women's Entrepreneur Group. So I was in a group myself in about 2018, I think. I was in a group, and I realized that the person running the group just kind of was letting anybody in. It was supposed to be an entrepreneur group, but I was sitting for 3 hours every Monday. 3 hours. I was sitting there and people were talking about if they drank their water. And I literally, as a new full-time entrepreneur at the time, I'm like trying to figure out how to get new clients. I got real
Yeah.
problems is how I was looking at it. And so I left that group and I was like, you know what? I'm going to start my own group. and did it like literally kind of overnight. It sat for a second, and then I was like, I should probably get some people in here. And I posted maybe 5 posts. That's it, 5 posts on Facebook groups. And I was immediately waitlisted and overwhelmed. I wanted 5 to 8 women. And immediately I had about 20 people sign up, filled out the application, was long, everything. And so I was like, okay, let's pause this for a second. And then I started up in March or December, and then we didn't have our first session until March of 2019 or 2020, I can't remember. And we've been rolling ever since. So we had our pilot, those were all free people, because at the time I realized I was just trying to start a community for myself, really, some like-minded individuals. Right. But what it attracted was a lot of those builders, right? A lot of people kind of just getting started because they knew they needed support. So I transitioned it into a paid group about 4 or 5 months after, and we've been rolling ever since. So we do workshops, challenges, we do mixers, we have guest speakers. You're welcome to come on. We have all kinds of stuff for our members.
That's really good. So it became a paid membership, right? You said.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's really good. And how many women are there?
So right now we have 2 different packages. We have starter, which is the Slack access, and then we also have the premium. And the last I looked on Slack, we had 17. So premium, those members, they meet with me weekly, where it's kind of like a peer mastermind, if you're familiar. So you have like what did you do last week? Let's talk about some wins. What are you focused on this week? And then kind of brainstorming any solutions. So we have that formula, and then we also have kind of like the hot seat or workshop that happens at the end. Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good. So, and this work you do with these women is the builders, right?
Well, I do have a few growers in there. What we're transitioning to at this very moment, I had a call last night with one of my clients to get some feedback from her on the group. So this is like sneak peek access, right? This is literally still developing at the same time. What we're going to do instead is we're going to target growers, like I said in the beginning. However, we're going to build something to kind of get the builders certified. Because what we have found is that a lot of the builders, they kick tires. And we literally kick people out of the group if they're not, maintaining that engagement, because this is for you. There's no point. I don't want your money if you're not going to show up for yourself. Like I said, I can't be more invested in your business. I am 100% stand by that. I fire clients all the time. If I feel like I'm more invested, there's a problem here. Okay. Yes. So we're transitioning it right now. We're building a probably like a guided course approach to get the builders certified, make sure they're serious.
Yeah,
exactly. And then they'll get access to the community. So that's what we're building right now.
Yes, that's fabulous. It's really, really powerful, because we are building that right now as well. Something like that. Yeah. With the women's, not just the women's, but the community that we are connected with, and which involves some men's as well. But we don't have just, how I say, 2 types of now the word is gone. We don't offer only 2 types of membership, but 3 types. But there we go. I really enjoy to be talking about this, building up I love the fact that we spoke about the builders, the growers. I can't remember the last one, but this type of scale is so important. And then find a place to help these people, which is on the builders, on the growers, and moving forward. Because there we go. What you said, that you just thinking or improving now, is very important, because once you are a builder, you're not going to be a builder forever.
Exactly.
You need to grow. You need to move to the next step. And the fact that they are there on that group, they need to go somewhere. If they're improving, they need to move to the next round, because there is no point. I'm still on the builder, learning the same things that new ones are coming in. So that needs to do, definitely, it is a good step that you guys doing on your brand. And what is exactly, do you have an office, or you and your team, you work remotely? How that work? How is?
Yeah, so I have a team of 12, and we all work remotely. So this is my home office that I'm sitting in, but everybody kind of works remotely, and it works that way. Don't get me wrong, we have the same remote challenges, but it works for us. Yeah.
Yeah. These days it's the world, I think. It's the way we do.
Yeah.
My companies, they all work remotely, apart from the beauty. I do have a beauty company as well, but that's physical. But the rest, the other two are all remote
Mm-hmm.
work. Everyone is in different countries, and
Mm-hmm.
it's such a bless, actually,
Yes.
be able to connect with so many people from different places.
You learn a
It's
lot too. There's so many things I've learned about
yeah,
things happening. Like in the US, we can kind of get like this. Like we don't really pay attention a lot to what's happening in the
the
world.
world.
Exactly. And so
Yeah,
I have a lot of different preview knowledge to what's happening in different countries because of my team, and I meet with them on a regular basis. So
yeah.
things happening there, or even just some of the like traditions and like normal, what's normal there,
Normal
just,
day. Yeah. Or
yeah.
if it's because sometimes it's like right now I think was a bank holiday. I don't know if you call bank holidays, but Luther
Martin
King
Luther King.
Jane, yeah, it's a bank holiday, right?
Yeah.
But he's not here. So these kind of things I didn't know till I get clients in America. You understand? Because we don't celebrate that as you do. So
Yeah.
these kind of things we learn with the fact that we have the opportunity to work with people from around the world. Is
Yes, actually, I do have a tool for you. So we built a social media holiday calendar that has holidays pretty much everywhere. Not so much of the small ones, but the big ones you kind of need to know about in the U.S., but then also international. So it's you can get it in my bio. We just redid it for 2022. It's a really great resource, even just for knowing the holidays. But there's
yeah.
always hashtags and national days that no one knows about that tend to
Okay.
happen.
That's really good. That's really good because we, myself as well as a marketing digital expert, we work with a lot of clients in America
Hmm.
and Portugal and Europe
Hmm.
and UK. But till I get these clients in America, I didn't know all these things. I didn't know about any bank, any holidays. Trust me, I didn't have. It was like you said. I was here in London,
Yeah.
in UK, like this because, and then this opportunity to be working with other people from other countries, it just grows our knowledge. Is super powerful. Thank you so much, Chrissy, for this amazing conversation. One more question
Hmm.
I want to to do is for your brand, for your company, what is the best, or what is the not the best, but what is the platforms that you use more and why?
So, are you talking about marketing platforms or like tools and
No,
services? Okay.
marketing. Like
Okay.
where do you focus more for your brand? Because there we go. Different platforms give you different clients and so on.
Yes. I would say for us, it's Instagram, would be the
Mhm.
main like marketing tool that we use. Instagram and emails, and then in what I like to call an exposure strategy, where we show up on other people's platforms. So
Mhm.
probably in that order as well. So we show up on Instagram each and every day. We have our weekly lives as well. So that's really important. And I chose an Instagram because it's visual, and I think you can come to a lot of let's say you can come to a good impression of someone off of just visual and audio. So you can start to
Mhm.
see, like, people even will come to me off of Instagram and they'll be like a super warm to hot lead just because they've watched me with other people. They see that I'm consistent, just different things, different cues that we'll take off of Instagram, especially it being a visual and really audio platform. You get, especially like with reels, you get a personality
Right.
feel as well, and kind of how you play around. So that's my choice. And then the exposure strategy works wonders as well.
How do you explain about it? Exposure strategy.
So an exposure strategy is essentially my assistant, or I call her my operations manager. She goes out and finds podcasts. So I'm a guest on podcasts at least once a
Mm.
week. So I'm literally everywhere. It helps with SEO. It helps with attracting people towards you. You can literally Google me at this point because I've done so many of these types of things.
Yeah.
But that's basically just identifying those opportunities, showing up in people's masterminds, showing up in people's podcasts or IG lives. Restream I've actually heard of before because a lot of podcast people use it. I thought you said Vstream earlier, but different streaming platforms, people kind of broadcast their stuff everywhere, and so she just looks for those opportunities.
That's really good.
And
And the email marketing as well. Do you?
Yes, the email marketing. We have tons and tons and tons and tons of freebies, so that helps. We need to actually do a better job of promoting that on Instagram, but we have a lot of different freebies. You can download coloredict.com/freebies. It's our freebie vault. It's like 10 different things in there that are really, really good. So that helps build our list, and we send a really good email newsletter every 2 weeks, I think. So that's kind of what our strategy is right now. And then marketing emails in between there if we're doing something fun like a workshop training. That's also part of our marketing strategy as well.
That's really good. So that means like you are on Instagram, email marketing, and the show up strategy. Mm-hmm. But you are not on YouTube or other platforms?
Well, I actually am because of other people. So that's why it works, right? I'm technically everywhere effortlessly. So when people, so for example, Restream, right? So if I'm on your podcast, I'm now on YouTube. Yeah. So as far as my own YouTube channel, the last workshop I did is a 3-part series to Trello. And one of my clients like chewed me out. You can see it on there. I kept it in there on purpose. She chewed me out. She's like, you need to be putting this stuff on YouTube, like literally in front of like 30 people. It was hilarious. But so because of that, she's got us now on YouTube. I have maybe four or 5 videos on there, but we haven't quite come up with a YouTube strategy yet. It'll probably for now just be our YouTube or our workshop recordings and then our guests that we're on. Like I'm technically on YouTube, but I'm not necessarily posting at an interval, but one day in the future.
Yeah,
for sure.
One day, we never know. Thank you so much. And I would like to leave the invitation for you to come to my podcast.
Definitely.
Because the reason this situation, like the Instagram lives I start to do because I was fully booked on podcast, and I said, okay, I can't lose people. I want to, because I think you reached me, or your assistant, someone reached me for the podcast, but I'm going to keep your details because we're going to open our waiting list already and between middle and end of February, so people can start to sign up again for the podcast, to be live, to start recording again. If I'm not wrong, I think May or June. So
okay,
because
we book out because, like I said, I do 1 a week at least, and so we book out. I'm not sure when our next availability is, but definitely we're open to even booking months in advance. We'll be there. We show up.
Fantastic. Would be lovely, because I know, there we go, it's another opportunity, is the show off strategy, which it works. It really works, because the people that is being, if we think about people that is been there, they still watching my podcast, they still subscribing, and they can hear about anyone, then click and they go and they connect, and that starts from there and flourish.
Yes, absolutely. And you kind of become the connector too. You know, you become, oh, I got this really great resource from this podcast. So I do that. I do that because nowadays we do have also, it's like a form that you can fill up, and I keep for us, for Women Flix, and then that will give me opportunity to get into that form. After being a podcast guest, a guest on our podcast, I give you the opportunity to fill that form, and I keep you on details, because sometimes clients, or even on podcast, there is a need that I can straight away help, and I've been doing, and it's been working, and it's powerful. I love this because it's not just the fact we are here talking, but we're going to be able to promote, to share, to improve other people's lives right now or tomorrow, because this is going to be recorded. But at the same time, if someone comes and I'm fully booked, because I do the same work like you,
I think about Chrissy. I'm not going to Google it, finding a strategy for someone. I will think
Exactly.
about my guests. So
Mhm.
this is powerful.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much once again. You already amazing. You already said a lot of good stuff and freebies as well. But and you mentioned that you are on Instagram. I see you have Facebook and
Mhm.
your website is Color Addict, right?
You got it. Yep, you got it.
Is right is the first time when I look to my notes, I'm like, it, it doesn't look like color because it's with K. And then I
Yes.
said, oh, Color Addict.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Everyone does that. I'm stuck on it at this point. Like I said, I've been in business since 2014. My name's staying. It's staying.
Yeah, but it's beautiful, Color Addict, but in different on a different way.
Yes.
Fantastic. I do believe that your no, I do believe no. I know that your details are on my post that came out this morning.
Hmm.
But this is going to be downloaded as well on our YouTube page, which will include all your links so people can jump on Women Flix YouTube and then watch this video and get Chrissy details. Thank you so much for this amazing talk, and I wish you all the best and continuously flourishing. I love this to flourish, baby, flourish.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, Chrissy. And I would love, like you mentioned, I would love to be able to join on your podcast as well or your
Yeah,
live on Instagram. Send me a message and let's
definitely.
see if that happens. Okay.
Definitely. Thank you.
You take care. God bless you and have a lovely evening. I think
Thank
it's
you.
evening, right? What time is there?
It's afternoon. It's 2:26.
Ah, okay. Evening is here. Okay. Take care, Chrissy.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great one.
Bye. Thank you. So I got So, guys, this is it. I hope you enjoyed me and Chrissy talking about strategy and branding and development and companies and builders and growers. This was amazing. So, Glacy Valerio, Tachi, miss you. I miss you too. A big kiss. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you're doing all right. And thank you, everyone. So I see you next Saturday. No, next no, no next Saturday. The Saturday after. Every 2 Saturdays I'm here doing lives, but this is gonna finish in February, if I'm not wrong. Yes, we're gonna have a break from Instagram, but don't forget, join me on lives on Mondays. You can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. We always live on Mondays. And then this is our podcast, conversations like this and super mega powerful. Exactly the right places to be with us on these platforms. So we're still gonna come here, but I'm gonna have a break on from February or March. Sorry guys, I'm not sure yet, but I think I have some. Oh, thank you so much, Glaze. Um, I'm not sure if I'm having more podcasts, more lives on Instagram in February. I can't remember right now, but I'm sure that I'm having lives on stream, straightforward on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube every single Monday afternoon UK time. 2 guests per day, 3:30 and 4:30. So anyone is welcome to join us. I'm going to repeat again. YouTube is Women Flix. LinkedIn and Facebook is Yola Bastos, and Twitter is Yola Bastos as well. So look for me. Otherwise, click on the link. It's available in my bio, and you will be able to see all the platforms where you can find me and my contact number, my services, and a couple of freebies. And now I say bye bye. Take care. Namaste.